In this video, I'll be talking about and showing some of the stretches that I did after my midfoot fusion and bone graft on my right foot before starting physical therapy. When I left the hospital after my surgery, I had a walking boot and an ace bandage. The ace bandage stayed on my foot for about 15 days after the stitches came out and it didn't come off, and I was allowed to take off the walking boot when I was sitting down with my foot elevated. Since I was allowed to take off my walking boot, I was able to very gently move and stretch my foot and ankle because they would get very stiff. All of the movements that I did were with the guidance of medical professionals. I had to limit my movements, especially in the toe area, so I had to definitely be very cautious and gentle in what I did during the first 7 weeks while I was non-weight bearing and before I started physical therapy. If you decide to also do stretches and move your foot around, I highly recommend being very gentle and also sending a message to your doctor or double checking with a medical professional just to make sure that it is safe for your injury and surgery while you are recovering. These stretches and movements that I was doing might not look like much, but after the surgery, they really did feel like they were helping a ton with the stiffness. As you might be able to tell in the videos, I really wasn't pushing for that much range of motion. That's because I wasn't trying to get deep stretches or push for farther than my foot was comfortable going. The way I typically knew my foot was not comfortable moving farther was it would either become painful or it would just become blocked and couldn't move farther. I would at no point ever try to push. I would not do these movements more than twice a day for about 30 seconds at a time. Whether I even did it that often depended on how my foot was feeling. I never ever pushed my foot at any point because letting it rest was what was most important. These movements were only when my foot was stiff to the point of horrible pain and it just absolutely needed to move a little bit to get rid of that stiffness to get some relief. At this point in the recovery, my muscles and tendons were recovering from the surgery and getting used to having new hardware installed to fuse two joints together, so I was mainly trying to keep my foot and ankle just from getting so stiff that it was adding unnecessary pain to the recovery. I hope that these videos that I'm making of my recovery from surgery are continuing to help, and I look forward to seeing all of you again soon.